My living room echoes, so it made it sound worse. We just decided to come on a little early because I'm just sitting here on the floor because this is my design floor because I don't have a design wall. Not like I have any walls to put one up anyway, but still. Hi, everybody. I'm Tiffany. Welcome to my quilting life. Today, I'm going to put together my shattered window quilt. I'm going to lay it out so that I know the way I want it. And then we're just going to take the camera into the bedroom, the quilt room. I still say bedroom because it's a bedroom. And sew it together and hopes to have it done in one video, which because the other put together part is kind of two videos, sort of. But anyway, so I'm just going to wait for a few people to get on here because I came on early, so the notification comes on at 10, my time. So we're just going to sit here and chit-chat and see who's here and stuff like that in a second. Yeah, I got 2 minutes before the notification on YouTube actually goes out that I'm actually live. So yeah, we're just going to sit here. Come here, Thumper. You want to be on TV? No. Here, kitty, kitty. He's like, no. He was over here a minute ago, and then he went over there because he knew I was pressing go live. He's staring. He's like, what are you doing? What do you want me for? You guys want to hear something funny? So last night I was watching videos, cat videos, exactly that, cat videos on YouTube. And cats and cucumbers. There's hundreds and hundreds of videos of cats with cucumbers. So I decided I've never tried it with Thumper because I never wanted to torture him. So I decided, let's try it. We have a cucumber. We decided to try the cucumber thing with my cat, and he did not jump like the rest of the cats in all of those cucumber videos. So needless to say, my cat is not scared of a cucumber. But it was funny that he backed away just a little bit, like just barely backed away from it, but he didn't jump or do anything silly, crazy, make you laugh till you piss your pants kind of funniness from, trying to record that. Scott's going to pass in front of the camera and give me this. Someone here or something? Oh. Anyways, let's see who is here so far. We got Claire McGill from Northern Ireland. Welcome. Very far away. We got Mary here. We got Dawn here. She says afternoon all. Let's see. Kim is here saying hi. Katrina. Darlene says, hey, Tiffany, quilter friends. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing as good as can be expected because I'm sitting on the hard living room floor. Let's see. Krista Lewis is here, says hello, guys. Kath is so excited about this block. I'm hoping that you watched video 1. This is the put together part. Emily is here. Hello, Emily. We got Vicky here. Hello, Vicky. Darlene, no, she's talking to Kim. We got Debbie, says hi, here for the fun is here. Where are we at? MJ is here. Glad to see you, saving me from watching a cheesy movie while I sew. What kind of cheesy movie are you watching, MJ? I watch cheesy movies, especially like love story ones that are B-rated. I don't know what it is, but once I turn it on, it's like, I can't turn it off, even though it's horrible. I'm like, but I still can't turn it off. And in the end, it's so loving. Like, why didn't they make it a big screen movie? Let's see. Mary says, missed the first part of this. We got Jill here. Sharon is here. Hey, let's see. People are saying hi. We got Country Gal here from Maribel, Wisconsin. It's probably cold and snowing there, huh? Cold and snowing everywhere. It's like 58 degrees outside. It was 56 when I got up this morning, right before 8, and I went outside to have a cigarette, and I'm like, it's not 80 in the sun. He says it's warm because he isn't affected by cold like me. But yeah, I don't like cold. Anything under 70, that's it. I'm done. Let's see. Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy. Crystal says watching the Hallmark channel here too. I don't even have that. I just watch whatever's on the cheesy movies that are on Netflix and Hulu and all those channels. We got Judy here. She says, hello, everyone. Reminds me of Christmas Hallmark movies are on. Christmas Hallmark movies are on. It's Halloween almost. Whew. We got Lisa here from Mississippi. Hello from Mississippi. We got Jen here saying hello. MJ did watch old film noir and drive-in B movies. They don't require a lot of concentration. Yeah, you can turn your head and it doesn't matter because it's still going to be cheesy in 5 minutes when you come back. We got Sherry. That's a new name here, Sherry Lucina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jim is here. Hi, Jim. Brenda Gill is here. Let's catch up on T's at MSQC. Okay, no, it's Christmas shows too early for that. We got Claire here. Hello, everyone. Would you be surprised if I told you it's raining and pouring down here in country Antrim? I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably raining and snowing everywhere in the world right now.
Not here, though.
Not here, though. It doesn't do it here. It's everywhere else. Mississippi's abbreviation is MS. We got Ann here from St. Louis, Missouri area. Welcome. All right, I'm going to pass this back to Scott, and since there's a lot of you here, I'm going to just go ahead and start laying my Shattered Window. You guys like the name? It finally came to me. I was reading all your guys' comments on the first video of putting it together, and Shattered came up a lot. So I was like thinking, and there's an attic window block too, and it kind of looks similar but straight. And I was like, well, Shattered Window. Why not? Perfect name, and it's Halloween themed. This one is, at least. You guys don't have to do Halloween theme, but mine's Halloween theme. And it kind of makes sense because don't a lot of mischievous children get out on Halloween and shatter windows? I mean, come on now. I know I'm silly. Scott says I'm being goofy. Anyways, so I'm going to lay this out, and I'm going to do my best. This is something I'm going to tell you guys that you can lay it out however you want to. I'm going to do my best not to have any of my accent color that lands on the outer side of the block. I know that's going to be hard because it's every third block has this, but I'm going to try my best for these not to be on the outside because the accent color is also my border. So I'm going to see if I can lay this out 7 across by 9 down and try not to have as many of these around the border, around the edge, as well as not touching each other. That's going to be a hard one. Let's see. Did you guys see Thumper come from out under the couch? Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Come here and say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Want your video debut? Okay. Go out of my way now. Go, go, go. He doesn't do it much anymore because I don't lay out on the living room floor, but he used to like take a running start, run at my quilts, and then slide across the living room floor on them and mess everything up. Huh? You used to do that, huh? Yeah, he's a crazy kitty. All right, so I'm going to start laying these out. And remember, I'm rotating them that way. Just in case none of these seams touch each other, they won't, but I want them to be as straight against the not straight. Over and over, all the way around. And I'm just going to mix everything up and lay it all out. And let's see, we're going to put outer side right there. Inner. I'm just going to try to make my outer area. It's 7 across by 9 down is what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting these guys. Turn it. Turn it. No, I want those guys to be straight. He can go there. And he can go there. And I'm just going to talk to myself. He can go there. She can go there. Let's put that guy there. I know I'm weird. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 26. And this is going to be impossible because there's so many of these. There's 21 of them with the outside like that. And 7. All right, so there we go. That's figured out. Now to go around like that. Yeah, he definitely wants to run and jump on them. He's like, there's mice on the fabric. I want them. He's like, I need them. They're my best friends. I don't want to put 2 oranges next to each other, but there's not very many options. That way. Start filling in here.
Country guy says, you're not weird. When I do my layouts, I talk to myself also.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we want some white on this side too. I don't want 2 kitty cats next to each other either. Did I? And 9. Must be 9. Okay. All right. For a total of 63.
Crystal asks, how do you know what kind of quilt pattern you want to use for a gift for someone else?
It depends. Because sometimes I don't know what they like, and sometimes I do. The fabric part, choosing the fabric is the part that is kind of hard because people that have been gifted quilts by me, they change their mind on what they actually like so much. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with all you guys, grandkids and, cousins, sisters, uncles, brothers, they all change their minds. It's not always the same thing of what they like. All right, that's by 9. Now I can start filling it in, maybe. No, not maybe, because I need to make sure. My quote what?
You had this big explanation in the past video ages ago about people being quote-worthy.
Oh, I forgot already.
If someone is quote-worthy,
oh,
appreciate
yeah, you need to, before you gift a quilt, you need to make sure they're quilt-worthy. You need to make sure they even like quilts, because some people don't, and it'll sit in a closet, or they'll give it to Goodwill. You guys want to know how quilts get in Goodwill all the time? Either someone died and the family don't know all the work that went into them and they don't have nobody to pass it down to, and or the people just didn't want it and they didn't want to tell you. So you got to make sure they're quilt worthy first. Then you can make them all the quilts you want. All right, I'm going to go into the middle of this now.
Eva says, I love the pattern. And Mary says they're looking brown on the screen. She's right, they do. They look brown on the pattern.
Yeah, it's because we're in the living room. The lighting is a lot different in here.
Plus the floor is brown behind
and
it,
the floor
so
is brown, yeah.
Give the optical illusion. Because believe me, they're a lot more orange.
Something is facing a different direction. That's sideways, that's up and down, that's sideways, that's up. Oh, that goes this way. Then this goes that way. And this goes this way. Nope, that's not going to work. It's 7 across by 9 down. It's never going to land the way I want it to. Let's fill this in. Nope, we want that there. Every other one inside here is going to be this. I'll fix their directions later and just fill them in.
Crystal asks, what's the craziest pattern you have done?
Craziest pattern I've done? I don't know. I think all of mine are crazy. What was that? What was I thinking? They're all awesome. Mostly.
You don't have one that's crazy?
Not really. I think the craziest one I've ever done is following someone else's pattern. Those things drive me crazy.
Crystal says you're still a girl.
I know.
Emily says her oldest son finally asked for a quilt.
Really? My kids want quilts when they get married, so, but they all love their quilts. They all use their quilts, so that's a good thing. All right, I'm gonna get myself outside of this and start putting.
Grandkids their quilts this weekend. She said they loved them, and then grandson told his sister, "Man, I made this for me, so hands off."
That's awesome. I don't want to put the rats next to the rats. I don't want to put those rats next to the rats, but they're gonna go next to the rats. Darn. Rats! Sorry, I know. All right, let's put a black one over here. Where's that one with the, I saved him. I want him right here in the middle. There's got a face landed like perfectly on that one. All right, let's put kitties right there.
She says she loves your imagination, very talented.
Thank you.
Crystal says I always have a hard time putting the material together to get it to match.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever struggled with that, but I know people who do struggle with that.
You are very good with colors.
Color is my thing. I'm pretty good with color.
When we go to the fabric place or wherever, and she's asking me colors, I tell her stuff I think, and she says no, and she picks something out, and it actually looks amazing.
Oh man, we have just mainly all these left over.
Yeah, well, your border has none in it.
I did that on purpose.
Okay, well, that's why you have it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, we want another orange on this side. And I have 3 left that are all these guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this guy down here around the border. Put this guy in here. Sorry if I'm hitting the microphone too. It's kind of hard when I'm on the floor here. Okay, I'm going to put it in the corners. I don't want 2 grays next to each other. Let's swap out this one. Oh, those are exactly the same also. And I have 1 left. 1 left, 1 left. I don't think I can get this in all 4 corners. These guys and still have an equal amount because it's 63, so it makes no sense. Because I could have these accents in the corners. Hold on, guys. We're going to figure this out. I could not have one right here and go pull my 4 corners and just stick these in the 4 corners only, and then 1 random block down at the bottom. That way it looks kind of equal. Yeah, there we go. I don't want 2 stripes next to each other. I don't want a bunch of blacks next to each other. We're going to have to swap. Oh, yeah, later today, the 25 patch block will be posted. I wanted to do the live first so that none of you guys were stuck watching a video and going, wait, it says she's live, and then you're on the wrong video. So we're waiting to post that. Let's put a black one up here. Like that. And then pull this guy. See, I'm telling you guys, it's pretty big. Look at that. That's a lot of gray right there, too. Yeah, it's getting this as the border. That's why I didn't want it around the edges.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Let's pull this guy, put him down here. Put that there. Yeah, that way, like that. All right. Let's see. What do I need to move around? Does the white look like it's spread through evenly? Not really.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. When you stare, they all sort of look the same almost.
Yeah. I'm going to swap this orange and white for this orange and white. And then trying to balance out the white. These two are next to each other, so we're going to swap this white with this white.
I'm just going to take a look at it through your camera.
Yeah, well, if everything looks brown, that's going to be hard. But I'm going to look in just a second. Swap this guy with this guy. Hold on, I think it looks up. Those two whites are too close too. Let's swap. Let's put this here and this one here. Nope,
Crystal
because
says-
there's 3 in a row right there.
Yes, if I'm doing something on a quilt top with some blocks that have stabilizer and some don't, will it be hard to do it on the long arm?
If some blocks have stabilizer and some don't, no, you should be able to quilt right over it. Just put a spoon foot on.
Sharon asked, would you put a wookie border on this, or would that be too much?
A what?
Wookie border?
I don't know what that is.
W-O-O-K-I-E, unless you spelled it.
No, I don't know.
Well, are you going to put a border on it?
Yeah, it's getting, the border is going to be my accent color.
Okay, well, there you go. Maybe that answered the question.
This guy needs to go somewhere else.
The only Wookiees I know are from Star Wars. You know, honey?
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying she means wonky.
Wonky, no. I need a white. Oh, I wanted that guy to stay in the center. We'll put a white right. Nope, there's too much white right there. We'll put a white right here. Let's see. No, because now there's too much orange right there. Give me a second. You guys know how this works. I'll move things around. Pull this dark one here. Nope, now there's too much orange there. Put this one there. That one there. Like that. Okay, now look at it again.
Here for the fun says you look so warm in your fuzzy clothes and socks. If I didn't know your location, I'd think you were in the cold mountain area.
Nope. I hate cold Arizona. For me, it's cold. For everyone else, you're probably like, yeah, right. All right, let me look through the camera, although it still kind of looks like there's too much white in
You want
some
this one
areas.
or that?
Camera's moving. Camera is moving.
Linda says it looks great from here.
I want those whites to be balanced, you know? Right there, that's a good spot. Seems like they're too close, but they're not. They look kind of balanced, except right here at this corner. And in that row, right there. Maybe if I swap him down, no, because then I'll have to swap him over. I think I'll just leave it. I'm just going to leave it. It's like a Halloween quilt, like it really matters, you know? Yeah, these two, they're kind of close because this guy has white in him too. But I could, let's see, this one right here, and this one. No, because they're two orange next to each other. Orange, white, orange. There we go. Now looking at it, that looks a little bit more balanced. I think so. Nope, that's too orange. Let's see, where could he go? I'm looking.
Teresa says she thinks it's perfect with Alex.
Yeah. All right. That's it. I'm leaving it. Now I just need to number them. And then when I sew them together, I'll do the right, left, straight seam, not straight seam, straight seam, not straight seam, oppositing of everything. And I can do that while I'm putting them together. So let's go ahead and number and pick them up. So this is going to be row 1 way up here, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 9. I didn't even pre-mark. I'm just using Post-its and then I pin them on. Sometimes I reuse my Post-its, but I don't know where I put my pile of Post-it numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I got it. 8 and the 9. Okay. This should go pretty quick, hopefully. And then we're going to take you guys into the sewing room and try to get all of these put together and a border on. And if you saw yesterday's video, you know that I'm quick. For those that are new to my channel, especially those that are new and don't know that I tend to do things fastly. I skipped a page. Four,
Love how that looks.
5. Definitely looks like a shattered window. I love it. Because it just kind of tips and turns, you know?
Dawn says fast and furious.
Yep. When I'm in a mood and I get things done. All right. Let's put the last 3 pins in and then pick everything up. I like it.
MJ says it looks great.
Thank you guys. I don't know if you hear Scott reading the comments since he doesn't have a microphone on him. But there's only one port from the phone, so can't have more than one microphone. All right. I'm going to pick all these up and we're going to go to the room and put it. Can you imagine what this would look like with like black as your accent color with some super colorful batiks? That would be so awesome. That's what I said in one of the comments on the last video. I don't know what it is, but it would be amazing. I'm going to have to make it again. So I'm just going to start stacking them up now. And then when I go to sew them, like I said, I'll do the opposite thing. I just pick up my first one and then my second one, so on and so forth.
I don't do Halloween, but that would be so nice.
I don't either. I usually don't do any holiday themed quilts because they just sit around, and it's not that I don't like the holidays. It's just for some reason holiday fabric and quilts to me just don't mix, I guess. I mean, I put a table runner out for Thanksgiving, but it's not Thanksgiving fabric. It's reproduction prints, which is like Thanksgiving colors. So.
Here's this fun, says I love this design you offered us. You picked out some Christmas fabric, and we'll be starting this next.
Ooh, awesome. That's great. And it goes together pretty quick. I mean, it's not like it takes a long time to piece these, especially if you try my method in my last video. It goes pretty quick. I managed to do them between the night after I got off the live stream and yesterday morning. And by yesterday morning, I was already done and was able to edit the video for you guys. So, I mean, it's a pretty quick sew. It's only 63 blocks. They're all exactly the same. So if you follow my method, you can do it pretty easily. All right. Looks good. Everything's mixed up. All right, I'm going to pick all these up and we're going to take you guys to the room and I'll tell you in advance when the camera is going to move. All right.
You don't want me to help?
Nope, I got it.
Can I leave my camera?
Yeah, just
What do you need for me?
I'll bring the tablet.
I can come back for the tablet. That's not a big deal.
All right, guys, camera is moving. Take a walk through my house. Enjoy.
You want this? And then it's super tall.
Still moving camera. And you guys are just going to get a up high view because I'm not going to put the tripod back down. There we go. That should be good. So now I just have to look up to you all. Okay. Are we ready to sew them all together? I am. I'm going to leave my pins in with my little row numbers till the very end. Then I'll pull them all out. So for now, all I'm going to do is start sewing them together. And I would normally chain piece somehow, but I did not pick them up from the living room floor in like any kind of chain piecing style. How to put like two together all the way down. I didn't do that. We're just going to do one at a time so that I can flip as needed because every block I want to go opposite. So here we go. We're going to start sewing them. Did what? Yeah, there is. Right there on the back. It's just a little tiny button next to the volume.
Oh.
All right. And see, now I can press it to one side because it's going to want to lay that way anyway, towards the side with the flat seam, not the two seams. And I'm going to grab the next one, sew it on until I have all 9, and then I'll sew to the second row and so on and so forth. And then the next row will start the opposite direction, straight seam at the top and the 2 opens on the side. That way they'll be opposite and all the seams are going to go, they're naturally going to want to go towards the side that doesn't have a seam. So they'll always be opposite no matter what I do. And the fabrics were kind of directional, but they weren't. Some of them were, but I really don't care because I think it looks cool being all shattered up. All right, now it's time to lift my sleeves. Excuse me. Huh? Oh, can you give me a cold water, please?
You want juice?
Sure.
Just water.
Juice will be fine.
Okay, what kind?
My Sunny D.
Strawberry banana or strawberry orange?
My Sunny D. And I'm still using black thread because I just used black thread on this whole project. Just so that you know. Just in case you wanted to know. Only because it's Halloween and all the fabric has black in it. Kind of makes it easier. Oh, the end block is going to not be right. Oh, no, it will be. Yay! This block says the end on it right here. And it's actually the end piece, too. That works out perfect. That's kind of funny. Not kind of funny, it is funny. I get a kick out of sometimes how fabric lands, especially fabric with words. I'm like, oh, that landed right where I wanted it.
You go, beautiful.
Thank you, bunches.
Oh no, what did it do? Plastic.
All right. Row 1 done. I'm just going to leave it right there. And the first one always started like that. So this one goes like this. Perfect. And this one will go like this. Yay. I think I had most of them laying the way I wanted them. So is anybody sewing? Enjoying your day? Relaxing in front of the sewing machine? Or maybe knitting or crocheting or, you know, those kind of things? Any kind of craft? Paper hobbies? Hopefully those of you who are new to my channel have gone and joined the group. Don't forget to answer the questions because I won't approve you if you don't answer the questions to join the group. It just either gets deleted or sits there, so don't feel bad if I delete you. I just, you know, I got like not last week, but like the week before. Was it the week before? Yeah, it was week before. Like 25 spam things tried to join the group. They were all fake, weird, funky names on Facebook. So I want you all to answer the questions to join, just so that I know that you're not spam. Yeah, you can start reading things from me, please.
And piecing a quilt. Mary is going to crochet in a bit.
Oh.
Agnes is trying to get some Halloween bags for fun. Michelle's crocheting a rug for her son.
Oh, that's cool. Crocheting a rug? I had never seen a crocheted rug. That's kind of interesting.
Luana's taking a break. Kathy's Quilts is working on a Christmas wreath and Christmas placements.
That's cool.
Jill is sandwiching the complete quilt from the spooky box that Quarter Shop put out.
Oh, that's awesome. Huh?
Fat Quarter Shop.
Yes, I'm an affiliate for Fat Quarter Shop. So if you guys want to purchase something from Fat Quarter Shop, don't forget my link is in the description below. As long as you stay on that link while you're searching their website and never press back and exit the page, then you will it will always credit me. I mean, I don't get much credit and I don't think everything is covered, but you know, if you just want to help support my channel, that's how to do it. Use my affiliate links. All right, so I'm sewing row 1 and 2 together.
Teresa noticed one on your Facebook this morning that didn't answer the questions, and she left it for you to decide.
Who did?
Teresa.
Teresa who?
Teresa Louise noticed one on your Facebook this morning that didn't answer the questions.
Yeah. Yep, I didn't approve it. I'm just nesting the seams. I barely had to finger press because, like I said, the seams want to go in that direction. That's why I wanted to turn these as I sewed them.
Oh, Jill says she didn't know that, but she would definitely use your affiliate link.
Yeah, it's there for you guys' use. It's closer towards the bottom. I have a lot of stuff down there in that description box, so it's hard to keep them all to the top.
Plus, you can't find the descriptions if you're on the TV, can you?
No, on a TV, you can't do it. You have to be a
tablet,
phone, tablet, or computer. Yep. All right, line up my end, but everything is the same size. I have that same continuous 1/4-inch seam, so I shouldn't have anything go wrong.
You're also an affiliate for Sewing Machines Plus.
Yes, and I'm also an affiliate for Sewing Machines Plus. So if you have sewing machine needs, they also sell fabric and some notions like rulery stuff and rulers for long arm quilting and long arm machines and so on and so forth. So feel free to use any of those. Like I said, I don't know what's all covered under that, but you know, it helps me out. Even if it's like $1 a month, it helps me out. All right, so row 1 and 2 are done. Let's start with 3 now, which goes this way. Yay! Should go together pretty quick, hopefully.
Crystal asks, how long have you been into sewing?
For 6 years. And like January, it'll be like 6 years because I started sewing in my garage in the winter and I was freezing cold on a table with my really broke up machine that doesn't sew fast at all.
Is Lex still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, all my kids still lived at home except for one. He lived in California. Because I made him his first quilt, remember?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't living here. He got my first ever quilt.
That's right. So yeah.
And let me tell you, my first quilts are so sloppy compared to what I do now. No, that's not the first one. That's the second one. Yes, it was. It was from the sheets. It was that brown and green striped sheet that I just cut up and turned it different directions so that it moves, gives movement.
Okay, I don't know.
Yep, so I just started sewing one day, and only because I saw a quilt online, and I was like, I can make that. Obviously, it did not come out anything like what I saw online. This is our first quilt ever. It was so funny.
You did a good job. You gave it a good shot.
Yeah. My second quilt is just as horrible, which I have that here, and I've showed you guys before. It's super funky.
Mary wants to know if we were together when you started.
Yes. We've been together 9 years. I used to be the motorcycle riding badass. Not anymore. I even taught Scott how to ride a motorcycle. But that ended pretty quickly. All right, so now row 3 is ready to be sewn on. I'm just sewing the rows together and then hooking them on. That way it seems like it's going faster, I guess, just by doing it this way. Excuse me. By the way, did you guys watch yesterday's video of how I get things done fastly? Because everyone always wonders. Did anybody notice that I put the iron on top of my hand? Anybody see that? I burnt myself because I was trying to pay attention to the camera filming thing and I went, whoop, and then quickly realized I didn't, so I burnt my knuckle.
Crystal says you're a riot, and Emily says no way. Her and her husband are 9 years on October 21st.
Oh, awesome.
Ours is November 22nd.
Ours is November 22nd. 27th, sorry. I don't know. I'm just repeating what you say, Mr. Scotty. Sorry. And I couldn't hear you. What'd she say hers was?
October 21st.
Yeah, we're just a month behind. Look at that. That's so much in common, Miss Emily.
No one has answered whether they've seen you iron yourself.
Probably because nobody caught it. It was probably too quick for them to notice.
Well, Sherry says, I really like your assembly line. I can see how that things up.
Oh, yes, it does. Very much so. It was like 3.5 hours. Bam, I was done with all 63. Well, I had only made 48 in that. I had to make 63 blocks in total. I started some on the video. And then I started sewing some thinking I was going to video again. And then I was like, yeah, I'll just film the whole thing instead.
Yes, I watched, and yes, I said that. I said, ouch.
Yeah. Yep. It went right on my hand. I was like, what the heck am I doing? It was funny.
In says
right.
she watched the video yesterday and enjoyed it. Chain piecing definitely makes it all go faster.
Yes, it sure does.
Shirley says you two share the same birthday, November 4th.
Ooh, awesome. Well, it's soon our birthday.
And Emily says yes, it's a little crazy how much people have to talk.
It's like we're the same person, just states apart. Well, not just states, like a whole United States apart. These mice are going to run that way. This is so fun. These fabrics are just wacky. For my birthday this year, I'm not really doing anything because you guys are going to get filming from the quilt show, which is the day after my birthday. I'm not sure if I'm going to live stream because I don't know how well live streaming will work inside that big, huge metal building, honestly. So I may just film everything and then post it after, like I did the last quilt show. But I've been walking with Scott. We didn't walk yesterday. We should have. But I've been walking with him in the evening so that I can have my legs ready to walk for 2 days around a quilt show, knowing that I'm going to be filming it for you guys to see.
Susan says, love the quilt, Tiffany. Thank you.
Awesome.
Kat says, I'm loving this. And Nancy says, happy early birthday.
Thank you. It's coming. Sometimes I go live on my birthday. Sometimes I don't. For the last 4 years that I've been on YouTube, it's not always. One year I did do a birthday quilt. And I did a whole bunch of blocks for you guys to get the general idea to make a sampler quilt. So that was that 2018 or 2019? I did it for 39. So that was 2019. So in 2019, I did a sampler quilt for you guys, which you guys sent in blocks so that I can make myself a sampler with your favorite blocks for my birthday. But since I already have a quilt, I'm not going to do that one again. But this year I don't have anything planned.
Well, this year it's the day before your quilt show. So.
Yeah. This year, since it's the day before my quilt show, I don't want to be completely worn out before I spend the next 2 days being worn out. Got to be in the right mindset to go hang out all day at a quilt show.
Hey, I'll be there this year to hang out with you.
Scott's going to be hanging out with me. He's going to be tired about an hour in. He's going to be like, this is so boring. Why would you hang out at this? There's nothing to do.
My first ever quilt show. Come on. I'll be there. I told you already I'm not going to stay all day, but I'll come and hang out for a few hours.
Nope. I know. Sounds like I'm running out of bobbin. This could be a nice size little quilt here, guys. I'm telling you. It's a Tiffy size quilt, that's for sure.
Well, Quilts by Carmel says, very exciting. Where's the quilt show being held?
In Lake Havasu City, Arizona, at the Aquatic Center. One side will smell highly like chlorine, so don't go in that door. Because it's a big indoor pool and it stinks in there. I hate the smell of chlorine. If you guys have ever smelled an over-chlorinated pool, that place is 20 times worse, the smell. But yeah, it's going to be held at the Aquatic Center from It's either 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I don't know. I always forget because I don't look at the thing all the time. But there is a post about it on the here on my channel, on the community tab. So if you guys are interested in living the Tri-City State area, there's always quilt vendors. Hopefully the next quilt show will have So Yeah as one of the vendors. Oh man, my guy is not going to be sitting right side up.
Well, Kat says we could send you blocks and you could make a quilt for a charity like Habitat for Humanity, Quilts for Valor. That would be meaningful.
Yes, it would.
Right now,
I could. Right now I got a lot on my plate. I still have to make, I don't know if you guys know this, but my mom last year, not last year, she brought me all of my grandma's husband's clothes to make her a quilt because he passed away during COVID. And yeah, I have yet to do that. And I've had so many client jobs and stuff that come first, you know, so because I got to make money to make other things. And yeah, I got to put that together sooner or later. That's one thing I've kind of been putting off. It's not that I hate making t-shirt quilts, it's that I have so many other things that I'm doing, so I haven't got to it yet. But my mom and my grandma both understand.
Where do we even have all that stuff?
It's behind you, actually, in a bag.
I didn't even know.
It's behind you. 50 something by 70 something. No, yeah, somewhere around there. I don't know. It's gonna have 5-inch borders because we're gonna put the 5-inch borders on there. All right, let's put on row 5 now. Then we'll only have 4 more left to make. It's going pretty quick. If I wouldn't have took so long trying to lay it out, I never take that long to lay things out. I usually just, oh, here, that's the way I want it, and then walk away. But this one, I wanted it to be, I didn't want to have the accent fabric on the outside. So just know that it's impossible to do that. So just put it in all 4 corners. I hate when the seams flip. Right when it hits the foot. Right there. Stay down. There we go. You know what also helps me go so fast, guys? And I hate to say this out loud, but it's the fact that I never pin anything. So for all you pinners, that's why it takes so long to make a quilt. Because I never pin anything and I get things done. If I would have pinned this, it would be taking me for a long time. And I'd be poking myself. So I wouldn't be just ironing myself making a quilt, I'd be poking myself. So I'm saving myself time by ignoring the fact that I don't like to use pins. Just not use them. No need.
They're all invited to the quilt show.
Huh?
They're all invited to the quilt show.
Yeah, you're all invited to the quilt show. You can either watch it virtually or show up in person.
And then they get to meet you.
And if you see me there, if you do come in from, say, Las Vegas or something, you know, and or, you know, somewhere in like Southern California, like Victorville, Hesperia areas, anything like that, and you see me, you got to tell me who you are because I won't know who you are. There's only a few of you that I know what you look like because we are friends on Facebook, but I don't know who everybody is. So you just tell me who you are and I'll know. Yeah.
Becca in Vegas.
Yep, I had fans that met me and Becca in Vegas, and then I also had the last in 2019's quilt show. 3 people came up to me. Oh my God, I watch your channel. I didn't know you'd be here. Yeah, they knew me. It's the weirdest thing. All right, this one goes. Oh, I couldn't tell with the black. It goes this way. Okay, I had it correct.
Crystal's laughing that you get everything done without pinning.
Yep, it's a lot easier, I think, just to ignore the pins. I mean, I do use pins on fancy projects, like, you know, making a Dresden or something, or. But then I kind of actually take the easy route. Instead of pinning, I just glue, which you guys saw because we did a Dresden so long. But like the Mariner's Compass and stuff like that I did, the Mariner Star, the big huge one. I did pin a lot with that, and I also pinned when I did the Not So Alone Lone Star. I mean, things like that I do pin, but a lot of times I don't pin everything because, well, I just don't want to. I'm too lazy. This is gonna be so awesome. Maybe I'll make another Halloween quilt in the future. I'll have to come up with a different pattern though. I didn't realize it'd be so fun to make something holiday themed. All right. Let's put row 6 on here now. This thing is growing, guys, so fastly. Need a drink of my juice.
Malay says you should check into the kneeling scooters. It'll save you a lot of pain and exhausted legs.
I need the exercise. I'm not trying to lose weight exercise. I need to build up strength in my legs because during the winter is when I have my most MS problems. Because the cold causes me to shiver, which causes me to tense, which causes me to have problems. So if I can just get myself worked up and worked out, then my legs won't get as bad.
And quilts by Carmel, now you're going to Quilting.
I have no idea. I was probably just going to scribble all over it. Make it look shattered. Because that is the name, Shattered Window. You just do lines that just go everywhere. I think that would be fun. Just be crazy with it. I don't really do themed stuff, so I don't know how to quilt pumpkins and cobwebs and little mice or bats or anything, but I think I have little things that I could make myself my own, what is the word? Pantograph from. I have little, like an idea book. And I can make my own panto and then quilt it with pumpkins and bats and candles and weird stuff. Or I can just scribble on it because that's always fun. I may be okay at quilting, but I definitely don't know how to quilt everything. What? Hi, Becca. Shouldn't you be at work? It's Wednesday. No. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Isn't Wednesday a work day?
Super spies work when they want.
Yep.
Maybe she was off in the middle of the night doing some super spy stuff.
Yep.
She says maybe.
All right, this one is up and down. Good, just like I laid it out. Yay. Earlier, it felt like I was running out of bobbin, but maybe that was just the machine telling me, oil me, oil me. It made like this downing sound, which is what it does when it needs bobbin. Do-do-do-do. Oh, a fuzz just flew in my nose. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. Sorry, guys.
Get your nose, right?
Yeah. Does that happen to all of you? I'm kind of curious. It happens to me all the time. Cotton thread is so messy, and it just kind of makes its way while I'm breathing, and it always goes up my nose, like the biggest of pieces that just lengthily go up my nose. It's the most annoyingest thing. Just wondering if it's only me. I mean, I do kind of sit directly in nose breathing of my machine. Some of you guys have like set down in machines and stuff, you know? Maybe the dust doesn't get up your nose. Maybe it's just me. I love that I designed to make sure that we had no nesting seams, and that's another reason it's helping it go together so fast, because I don't have to do anything except for the seams when connecting the blocks, which is, something you do with every quilt anyway, unless you're making something super wonky.
Well, it's not just you. Podunk, Kim, Kath, they all have the same.
Oh, okay, because this happens to me so much, and it's so annoying. Or the ones that like get all the way up in there, and then all of a sudden you start choking on it because it was such a big piece of thread dust.
That's why some of them pre-wash it. Podunk says if she pre-washes it, doesn't bother her.
Some fabric is pre-washed here in my room, but some is not. I think I only have 2 more rows left to make after this. And then we can attach a border all the way around. And I'm pretty sure I gave enough yardage to do a 5-inch border, but we'll check one more time. I'll make sure. I'm pretty sure I did. Because this is 1 layer cake and 3 yards. But you don't have to use your accent as your border color either if you don't want to. I am, because it's a busy print, so it really doesn't matter, but it's also directional, so I do have to make sure I pay attention to that. All right, the next one goes this way.
Pre-wash, neither does Podunk or Mary.
So some people do and some people don't. I like the crinkly look when you wash a quilt. So if I was to have pre-washed, it doesn't get as crinkly. Just like if you put your batting in the dryer for a couple seconds to get wrinkles or whatever out. I don't do that either because there's no need. Well, I mean, when I use cotton, don't do it with poly. It's not that it'll melt or anything, but it doesn't get the wrinkles out.
Marla says I love the drinking look also.
I don't know. Oh, the weird crinkly look. That's probably what she's trying to say. Yeah. Or draping,
Yep,
maybe?
crinkling. Yep,
Yeah.
crinkling. We got you, Marla.
Mhm.
Kim has to pre-wash. If she doesn't, her hands break out, crack, and bleed. Goodness, Kim, your
Oh,
hubby doesn't like you.
because the fabric is dry? Is that why? Or the chemicals that some of the fabric is washed from the companies? I mean, it does get thrown through a big bath when it leaves the, before it gets bolted onto a big roll thing, before bolting and everything happens. The fabric goes through a specialty wash, chemical bath of sorts.
Her hubby just doesn't like her.
It ran out now. Good thing I pre-rolled some bobbins. All right, let's attach row 8. Come on, there we go. Trying to make sure it's on my lap nice and flat, because that also helps everything stay from like bowing, I guess is the word. Stay. There we go. Right there. Using my fingers as pins. Okay. I just realized for some strange reason the bottom of this seam is not stitched. I wonder if I cut thread too early. That happens, like I'll be sewing and I'm just like sewing and sewing and sewing, and then I'll like press the thread cut button accidentally. And then I'll be sewing things together and go, why is that not sewn? That's funny.
Cordula says, love watching your videos.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm like literally almost at 7,000 subscribers too. So thank you guys. And if you're new and you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down there on the right somewhere.
Somewhere. It's down there somewhere.
Yep. Or like Allie said the other day, make sure the subscribe button is gray and the thumbs up button is blue.
Did she say that? I missed that part.
Yep.
She's such a cutie.
Yep.
Becca says you're blowing up, Tiffy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like at 6,780, something like that. It's crazy, crazy. I never felt so loved. All right, this has to go this way. That was where I got messed up. Yep, that goes this way. And this goes this way. So my number is going to be sideways, but that's okay. Because I'm going to be undoing them all very shortly. I do have to say, this is the first time I've ever made a dark and dreary quilt. mean, that's perfect for Halloween.
It is a Halloween quilt, yeah.
Yeah, but it's dark and dreary. That's the word. I got eyeballs staring at me. It's not just you guys.
From the fabric.
Yeah. Yep, my fabric is staring. It's making sure I'm doing a good job. It's overseeing my work. Sorry.
That's a good
I
one.
like
That's
puns. I think it's funny.
Watching over you.
It is watching over me. All right, here we go. Last row. Let's put this thing together.
Ava wants to know if you're ready for the quilt show.
Yep. Oh, I do have to tell you guys, like I originally had 3 quilts and then they needed 3 more. So I gave them 3 more and now they only need the original 3. Which is okay. It's fine. No big deal. So I'll just leave the sleeves on 2 of the quilts for now. But yeah, so I only have now, well, technically 4, but 3 quilt entries. Because 2 are 1, but that's fine. No big deal. There are shows that only allow you to put 1 in the show. So, I mean, it's pretty cool that I got to put 3 in.
Have you ever had to rip an entire block apart because it didn't match up to correct size to see where it went wrong?
Not really. I don't ever rip it. If it doesn't come out right, I just chop it down to a different size and then chop all the rest of the blocks down to a different size and put the stupid thing together. Call it a day. So no, I don't really rip them apart. I have had to rip out, like say the center block was messed up or something was like upside down. I've ripped out all the seams around it and then put it in its correct direction or put a different piece of fabric because there ended up randomly a hole because it got ripped or, you know, something.
I think that's what she was kind of talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I've had to rip out pieces, but never the whole block. I only take apart around that piece, just the section around that piece. I never take the whole thing apart. That's what I did when I made the quilt top for the T-quilt swap from last year. I actually ripped out all the centerpieces, the ones that were mine that were sent back, and I changed them to black because I didn't need a bunch of fabric in there that said Tiffany Groff from Tiffany's Quilting Life. That's what it all said in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. So I ripped all those out and put black squares in. That way, because it's my quilt anyway, so from a block swap. So it doesn't need my name all over it. All right, guys. All 9 rows are now together. I take all these pins out. And before I make them land on the ground accidentally and hurt me, we will just put them back in their container. And I didn't have to get up and do a thing. Now I do have to get an iron on, and that's it.
You want yours or mine? Am I ironing?
I'll just do it real quick. I'm faster.
Okay.
You can iron on the borders, but I'll iron the whole thing together. All right, so here is it pre-iron. So just without borders, I'm going to tell you guys the size because now I never actually went and looked for that paper.
A lot of them have been asking the size, so we
So-
better get that done.
Let's tell you guys the size real quick. Before borders. This is the before border. And I'm giving it a little tug too because I haven't pressed it yet. It is 51 by just try to remember this, guys. 51 by 66. That's without borders. So that is pretty good lap size on its own so far, as you can see.
Aaron says you're overthinking it, Tiffany. LOL.
What did I overthink? All right, I'm going to...
Mary wants to know, how was your doctor's appointment the other day?
It was good. He just looked at my foot and said, "You need medicine." That's all he did. Because it was for my foot. I don't know if you guys know, but I've had plantar fasciitis in the past, and the foot that had the surgery for it, it still has issues to this day. They never went away. It's not the plantar fasciitis issues either. It's totally different. All right. I'm going to cut. I want to cut 5-inch strips. I'm pretty sure I measured for, after I cut the 10-inch strips, that I measured for 5-inch strips to have 5-inch border all the way around. So if it's 66.
I don't know how I did that. Now it's over here.
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean it's over here?
Make it go back to normal, please. Okay, thank you. I didn't know how to do that.
Oh. We have
Justin has 51 by what?
one. Who?
Justin time?
Oh, 51 by 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be plenty. 8, 9, exactly 10 strips. I will get 10 5-inch strips from what I have left.
And Kat says, have you considered a 2-inch solid black inner border before you use the 5-inch border?
I could do that. You guys want me to do that? But I think it would be weird because this is already black.
There's going to be a lot of black on black.
I do have a gray though. Hold on.
Orange.
I don't want more orange. It already seems like it has too much orange. Oh, that's a gray. There we go. Gray is right here. I have this gray, which kind of goes with the grays. Hold on. It doesn't really go with the outer border.
I don't know if I like that gray.
There's that.
I like that gray. I do. I don't know if I like
I
that
also
gray.
have a black that is a different, not fully black. It's a marble.
Kat says, then your corner blocks won't touch the border.
Yeah, that doesn't even sit right next to those. That definitely does not look right at all. This one looks okay. I have yellow. I don't have orange. I have regular black, but again, I don't want black together. I do have a light gray with polka dots. Not the right shade.
Mary says, how about a beige for the inner border?
Hold on, guys. Let's just see, just in case.
Kim likes the gray.
I mean, it's the same color gray as all these grays. I mean, I don't have to put another border. I mean, I could even put a white border, honestly, and it would look fine. Just a small one. Because the white would go okay with that.
I think they're liking the gray. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't seem to like it.
I'm not really too fancy on it either because it really, I mean, it looks okay next to the bigger border, but it doesn't. Let's see what white looks like. Sorry, I'm passing.
Dark rust. I don't know if we have that.
I don't have any rust.
David says a white or an off-white.
There's white. Let's move these.
Joe likes the gray, Kath likes it, Mary likes it.
As if it was a border. Let's put a really thin one of white. And then we're going to pretend as if this was the border. The bigger outer border. Like that. Could do that.
Oh, Nancy says she just answered all the questions. Join the Facebook group.
Okay, I'll get to it afterwards. And I don't have any other colors. That's not orange. That's not Halloween-like either.
What about out in the living room?
I don't think I have any orange. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go in the living room. You can just listen to me talk. I'm just going to look to see if I have any other fabrics. Since you guys know I have to keep my big stash of yardage out in the living room. That's yellow, that's red. Nope, nothing that looks Halloween-like. Definitely none of those would go with it. Okay, those are my choices.
This isn't a very dark rust. This is more gray.
No, that won't work. That's clothing fabric.
Oh, sorry, didn't know.
I kind of like the white. I think the white would be good. Just like a 1.5 inch border of it.
Well, Susan likes the white. Ava likes the white.
Definitely don't think the black will work.
Tanya likes the white.
Because of the whole thing being so
a lot
dark.
Of them are saying the gray too, so it's either the gray or the white.
No, that's definitely a no. This is definitely getting pulled out. This does not look right.
Here for the fun since you're so fast.
Yeah, I am. I can't help it. All right, here's with the gray. I mean, I could make this even bigger by putting gray, then white, then this guy.
Mary, I think you mean orange. Mary says the beige around the blocks. She means orange. It's not beige.
Yeah, it's not beige, it's orange. The camera's not picking up the true color. I kind of like white by itself, just a small white border to pull out the rest of these whites.
Do you need one? What if you just use the one you were going to do?
I think I'll just do a 1.5 of white.
Okay.
So I'm going to add some white. I think it looks better than the gray. All right. I'm just going to do 1.5 inch, and that'll take me to, yeah, I should still have enough to do a 5 inch border all the way around. All right. So I need, hold on, got to talk to myself for a second. I haven't even pressed this yet. While I'm pressing this, because I haven't started yet, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need 7 strips. Talking to myself here. So I think I'm going to cut 7 1.5 inch strips. Just pressing the quilt top. It's always best to make sure that it's pressed before you start adding borders to it.
Kim says talking to yourself is fine. Just don't ask yourself to repeat what you just said. That would mean you're in real trouble.
So it would sound like this. So I think I'm going to cut 7 strips. And what did I just say? 7? 7? Huh, I don't know. Maybe it was 8. I think I said 8. Did I say 8? Darn it. That's what it would sound like, right?
Emily says if you do the white, don't forget to change the thread.
Ah, schnackle schmiegel.
Why? What color thread were you using?
Black. I could just press the seam to no, because then it's going to want to lay towards the white. That's fine. I'll change it. I got some white. All right, I'm just going to cut 1.5-inch strips from this. 7 of them. Because I talked myself into it. There we go.
Justin says perfect. I like their name, just in time.
That's funny. All right, my first cut will be with my left-hand cutter.
You're just in time.
Yeah. And then we're just going to grab this guy because he's going dull and cut some 1.5-inch strips.
You got more blades.
Oh, no, I'm not going to change it yet. No, because it's just going to dull fast because my mat is bad. So the blades are just going to go faster. I have a big Olfa mat out in the. Where is my Olfa mat? It's in the garage. But it's buried. And it's really cut up on one side. And the other side has no markings. It's one of those ones that doesn't have markings, the big green one. Kind of just want another gray one. Four. 5. Whew, right there. 6 and one more. There we go. 7. All right. Let's move that up there, that there. I'm going to grab all these ends. We're going to grab some white thread.
Tanya wants to know where you buy your big mat from.
This one we got from Walmart. Because Walmart sells so much stuff. At least here. At least here they do. Oh. Thread change. That's what I'm doing, guys. White bobbin. And I'm just going to keep it in now. I don't care about my final border being with white thread because it's not going to matter. There we go. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Get in there. There we go. Gotta find my birdie. Ah, no. Get in the hole.
What's the birdie do again?
My little tiny threader. He's a little hummingbird. Threader. Because I don't know how to use the threader here on my Juki. But does anybody know how to use the threader on their Juki? No. There you go, Mr. Scotty.
Do you want another glass or something else?
No, just water. Nope, just water.
Do you have water? Do you want me to get you one? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, get me a water. I don't have a water.
Okay, I didn't know. Am I unplugging this iron?
Just leave it on. Leave it on because
Okay.
I'm going to be sewing these on pretty quickly.
Okay, you get your pretty quick.
So this is how I do my borders, guys. Some of you are like, "What? What are you doing?" I line all of my fabrics up like this. Selvage. I line the selvages because sometimes they're not completely straight. I line them all nice and straight. Stack everything up. We're going to sew them with a straight seam, not a diagonal seam. You can do a diagonal seam, but I don't need to because I don't have a problem with wavy borders. So I don't think it matters either way. Both ways are just fine. But I do mine with straight seams. We're going to grab a ruler and I'm going to cut all the selvages off at one time. Like that. And we're going to stack both on top of each other. We're going to close the blade so I don't have any more boo-boos in here. And this is a magic trick. I'm telling you. Pull that bottom piece off. The next two should all be right sides together. It's the easiest way to sew border fabric. So my next two are right sides together.
There's your water.
Thank you. The next two are right sides together. I just chain piece them through. If I could line them up, because I didn't line everything up nicely. And the next two and the next two. All the way till the last piece on the top, which will be a single, like the original one we pulled off the bottom. Scotty's getting a phone call. I keep my phone on vibrate. That way I don't have to hear it ring. I don't like cell phones ringtones. It's so annoying. So once I go like this, snip all these apart, and that one, I can grab this bottom piece and go, oh, looky, looky, looky. I have a nice long, long border. I just throw it next to me, just like this. Grab the quilt top and start sewing it on. That easy. All right. I'm all about saving time, guys. As you know. I'm sorry if the microphone keeps hitting my neck. I don't ever wear shirts with high collars like this. I only in the winter time. All right, I'm going to grab my end up here and I'm going to make sure that my seam is facing up because I know that that will make it right sides together. And that way I don't flip anything. I'm going to sew my first little border on and keep everything nice and straight. I don't pull or tug, I just adjust. Oh, look, that seam is going to land at a seam. So I can nest it. Oh. I get to the very end like this. And I roll up my sleeves. And I got this. I put it the wrong sides together. I fold it up onto itself. And it landed exactly at a crease, which makes it kind of good. And then I just cut it with scissors. Because I'm so daring, I don't care. All right, turn the whole thing around. Because now I'm going to go down this side. And since I know that that lands exactly, I'm going to find the opposite side now of this so that I can have it land exactly on a seam again. With the seam landing on a seam and not landing at the bottom. And sew it on the opposite side. Making it so easy. Oh, look at that, it landing on a seam again. I like when the borders land on seams. You know why? Because I can nest it and then it stays so straight and it doesn't bow or anything. It's cool. All right, put it up on top of itself, create a crease. This one didn't land on a crease on this side, but that's okay. Split it. Now I'm going to press it back. Really quickly like. And I know it's white going towards, you know, white, but all I'm going to see is the white. I'm not going to see the colored fabric behind here. And don't worry, guys, I'm not going to burn myself.
Put me in iron.
Oh, no, it's fine. I got it real quickly. I'm trying to do this quickly, like, get done faster.
Okay. Fine.
I know. Alrighty. Now let's add the top and the bottom. So what I'm going to do is not throw things in the trash that don't belong in the trash. I thought switching out to a smaller trash can was going to help, but no.
That little dinky thing? No way. I think that was a waste of $2. That thing's so teeny.
All right. Let's grab my border fabric again. Find the end because I threw it on the floor like a dummy. And I'm going to make sure before I sew this on that a seam does not land on the other side, which I highly doubt it's going to, but I always like to make sure when I do this. And if it's a super duper large quilt, then it takes a little bit to make sure. Okay, it's not going to land on a seam, which is a good thing. So then I just sew these on. I like it with the white. I think this is going to make it the quilt look a little bit more poppier. Is that a word? Poppier? Do I have y'all entertained? All right, coming to the end, making sure it's fully on my table before I trim it off. Fold it onto itself. Cut it off. All right, go to the opposite side.
Jill says she likes the whitewashing too.
Yeah, I think it, I don't know. We'll see right now when I'm fully done. All right, so I'm going to make sure this is right side up. It shouldn't land on a seam because the other side didn't. Just going to sew it on.
Says I could sit and watch you sew all day.
I could probably sit and sew all day, but then I'm highly sure that you will get bored of me because I get bored of myself.
And Ava wants to know how many quilts you make in a week.
In a week?
Yeah.
One, maybe. Sometimes I just do a couple pieces or make something small. I really don't make big quilts every week. Oh, and there's my leftover. I probably only needed 6 strips, but that's okay. I had an extra just in case. When I cut too much, I always put it towards something else anyway, because I save everything. So I never really have too much fabric to waste. Yeah, I think this white's going to make that bigger border shine, if that's a word for me to use on a Halloween quilt. Shine. So all I did was add not even a half a yard to make this project just a tad bit bigger and more whatever. So you can add more if you want or not. That's up to you. For anybody that's curious, also, the name of this Layercake was Goose Tales by J. Wecker Fritsch by Riley Blake Designs, just in case you're curious. All right, pressing this back, and then we're going to cut the next pieces. So I'm just going to leave this right here on the ironing board.
I told Ava it all depends. Once you made a quilt in the garage during a yard sale a few years back.
Oh,
quilt.
Yep, in one sitting. All right, going to now cut 5-inch strips, and my first one should be nice and straight because it was straight originally. I'm going to use my good cutter for this. I'm just going to cut this whole thing into 5-inch strips. And there goes, I'm telling you guys, these 60 millimeter Martelli blades, they bend. I don't like it. It just bent on me. I'm afraid I'm going to cut my fingers sometimes when it bends.
Use your other one.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, well then. Emily says, I love you. You're my favorite designer.
Awesome, thank you. I feel so loved. I feel so loved. My heart is beating out of my chest. All right.
Like the Grinch, did your heart grow 3 sizes?
Yep, it sure did. All right, keep it going. I don't even think I'm going to have to use my little extra piece because I thought it was going to. Oops, I need to make a new straight edge real quick. And I'm going to sew these together exactly the same as I did with the 1.5-inch ones. All right, we needed 6 the last time, and I had plenty of leftover, but this is going to give me 10 extra inches, so I only need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the last cut. I only needed 7, so I didn't even need all 3 yards. Look at that, guys. I overestimated. And if I do need to add extra, I just don't have to cut off that other thing. All right. Same exact procedure. I am going to stack all these up, lining the selvage up, and then cut all those off, and then I'm going to sew everything through. And this is a directional fabric, so what I'm going to try to do is each side of the border, I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to make it all stick outward. So the top is going to face outward up, the bottom will face outward down, and the sides will face outward to the sides. So on the top, it'll go up like this. On the bottom, it'll go down like that, facing out. I don't know if you guys have ever done that with borders that are directional. Some people cut in length of the fabric. I've done that too, but sometimes I just make them all stick out because the quilt is not really directional itself. I laid all those pieces out all funky like. So I'll sew all these together in the same direction, and then I'll flip them when I go to sew them on.
Are you going to finish this today?
Yep, it'll be finished. Well, not long-armed, but it'll at least be a top.
Look at you.
All right, here we go. Let's cut all these selvages off, and I'm going to do my same little trick that I always do. sure I have a nice straight cut. That's a straight line, and this is a straight line. Oops. Close Mr. Blade. Stack the two up. Everything's facing the same way.
Tanya says that's a nifty idea about the borders.
Pull out the bottom. And everything should be right sides together from here on out. Oh, and my outer borders, when they're like more than 4.5 inches, I always back stitch as I'm sewing them together. So I back stitch at the start and I back stitch at the end. I don't know why, I just do. I don't want my borders to come undone at the long arm, so I always make sure anything over 4.5 inches is kind of big, so you want to make sure that you give it some back stitching so it doesn't come undone.
You gotta be smart about it, right?
Especially since a lot of us like to show off our finished quilt tops before we even quilt them. So when you're holding them up, you don't want those edge seams on the outer sides from your borders to come undone. Whether you do a straight stitch or a diagonal stitch, you don't want it to come undone. So back stitch. It's probably the only time I ever do this. You know, is putting borders on. I don't back stitch when I put the quilts together unless it's super huge and every row is super huge. All right, so now when I snip these apart, just so that you can see how this works one more time, grab my end right here and go, oh look, I have continuous border. And I didn't have to get up. Just sat on my butt. All right, here we go. I need some water and get started. All right, we're going to start with the sides and then I'll do the top and bottom. Some people do the tops and bottoms and then the sides. I just throw the darn thing together. All right, so I'm going to make sure that this one faces out like this.
Christine says, I sew a lap of honor all around before I quilt.
A what?
A lap of honor.
I don't know what that means.
That means you sewed around the corner.
Oh, probably. All right, just making sure this is going on nicely. It's going to face outward. I think it's going to be super cute. This word right here got cut off, so it almost looked like it said bitchy. I like took a glance at it and thought that was the word. I'm not going to say it. No, it's ithy, but it looks like it was a B, but you know, it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's like bitty or whatever, but, or bithy or, I don't know, but I thought it said the other word because I glanced at it and it's cut off. But I doubt the fabric had those words.
Carissa's laughing at you. Tony says it looks like you're almost finished.
Yep. Almost. You guys will have seen this all done.
David says, where did she learn that? That is so cool.
In 2 videos. What did I learn? What?
Where did she learn that? That is so cool.
Probably like my border, you mean? I just been doing it. I just sew them together like that. Been doing it for a long time because, I don't know, I just have. I didn't know any other ways when I started. So I just made it my own ways. All right, here's one. Let's flip it all the way to this side now. And I'm going to do the same thing I do every time. I'm going to go straight to the bottom.
Brenda says, hey, you're live. Yay.
Yep. And this is going to face out. So no, I am going to stay at the top then because, yeah, it's going to mess everything up. So we're just going to connect it facing outward. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't land with a seam at the bottom because I never do it like this. I always go to the bottom and start from the bottom back up again because sometimes it lands on a seam and I don't want it to. Come on, keep it going. All right, it doesn't. Good. Stay on the table. All right, here we go. All right, onto itself. Nice and straight. Everything's flat. Stay right there. There we go. Make a little crease. Take that off. Put it on my lap. I'm going to press these. Usually I don't press right now, but I'm just going to press them anyway to make it easier to attach the top and bottom. So I'm just going to roll these seams back real quick. This thing grew pretty quick just by adding borders. It'll almost fit on a twin-size bed when I'm done. All right, 2 more borders to add, and then we will be done. Don't you guys like it when I can finish something in a live stream? I do. All right, let's move all this stuff out of the way for now. I'm just going to toss it all on the floor.
I could have put all that one in.
Move this guy too. All right, here we go.
Chris says, I really urge you to do the white. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like.
Plug the iron.
Nope, I got 2 more borders to
Sorry,
press once I sew these on.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
All right, here we go. Let's see what side will make this stick out. That's sticking in. Let's do the wrong side up again. All right, will be this side. Yep. Making it face outward. Let's make sure it doesn't land at a seam. The only thing I don't like happening is when the last bottom section has a seam right at the end. Oh, that annoys the boo-boos out of me. Sorry, I was
Tony
going.
says I've watched Weave It 3 times, ready to make it now.
Ooh, yes, it's very easy to make. That is a very simple, fun one. And it uses all the fabric, especially if you do the pieced border. I mean binding, sorry. You know what I mean. I said border because I'm sewing a border at the very moment. I should have tied my hair back too because it's like annoying. How many are still here, Mr. Scotty? Lasting till the very end. And you guys are going to see me a second time today with a 25 patch block video. Huh?
It'll be later today though, right?
As soon as we're done with this, we'll post it. It's no big deal.
2 right in a row?
Yeah, why not?
That way everybody could watch this one and then watch the other one later.
Huh? Yeah, true. We could.
That's up to you. I can do it whenever you want.
All right. I don't know where we go. There we go. Right there. All right, there. On the table a little bit more. Lay straight, please. Thank you.
The Weave It video of yours is quite popular though.
Yep, that Weave It video has like 26,000 views or something like that. But not every single one of the people who have watched it have subscribed, unless the 26,000 is almost 6,000 of my subscribers watching it like 5 times each.
Hey, I watched it one of those times. I'm one of the 26,000.
I can actually tell you who's actually watching my video if you're subscribed or not on all of my videos. I have a analytics page that tells me the percentage of people watching individual videos and or just my videos in general on my channel that are not subscribed. All right, this one's facing the correct direction. Let's make sure it doesn't land on a seam. Come on, lay out. I kind of made myself a little twistedness over here at the end. Got twisted back into place. I literally had almost a whole strip left. So I could have cut from that last extra piece, but that's okay. Instead of cutting 7 full strips, you can cut 6 and then just the extra piece that you had from cutting the 10-inch squares. What?
So now you got 135. Apparently lunch is good time to
So. All right, my friends, we're almost at the end. In 3 videos, I have managed to complete this. Proud of myself. I shall give myself a pat on the back when I am done. So yeah, I only needed like 6 and a little quarter of a strip. Because it literally has a quarter of a strip sewn from here to here. That's funny. I need to make sure this is nice and straight before I cut it. All right, so it wasn't quite a full strip, but I will subcut all this up into my 5-inch square pre-cut bin. Or figure out how to put it into the back of the quilt. So let me press it and then I will have Scott hold it up and we'll look at it.
Do you have any ideas? I want the chat to be blurred.
I don't.
Not a good internet connection.
Probably not a good internet connection. Why, is somebody's chat blurred?
Yeah, Mary's having a blurry chat.
Oh, yeah, it would be an internet connection probably. All right, I'm gonna fold that back. Yep, I like it with the white. It definitely helped that last border, which is the same as my inner accent fabric. So think about that when you guys are putting it together. Just a half a yard of an accent color makes it just a smidge bigger, and it gives it a little bit of a pop. So thank you guys for suggesting that.
This is a sale quote, right? We're not doing anything with this one, are we?
No, it's just going to go in my pile of for sale stuff.
Oh, what's the backing?
I have no idea.
Someone asked. I'm just curious.
I don't know. Probably something simple.
No one's asked anything. I was just being curious.
All right. Unplug.
We could have done that.
Throw it over here for 2 seconds. Move this over here because it's hot. And Mr. Scotty, can you stand like right here and hold it like this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pass this to Scott, and then I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see the whole thing and it's not hidden behind the desk. Try not to wrinkle. There.
Do you want to take that tablet, any? Have you questions if there is any?
I'm going to use the screen from the phone.
Okay, but it doesn't show the old ones.
There we go. All right, guys. Ready to see the finished quilt? There we go. So there it is. I like the white, really made it good. So thank you for suggesting, everybody. There we go. Just going to slowly go back. So now you can imagine what it would look like in any other colors, not just Halloween. It's perfect. And then I'm going to come up close real quick. Actually, you guys aren't even connected to a cord. I'm just going to pull you out. We're just going to, so you can see the borders go out. They face outward. All of the ones inside the quilt, though, are going right side up, except for these ones. So they're in opposite directions on all the way around, except for the outer side ones, which are right side up. So there it is. And you can see, where's my seam? My seam almost matched perfectly, lining everything up. That's why I like doing what I do. Cutting the selvage off helps it keep it from looking like you pieced the seams together. Almost done, Scotty. Let's find a silly block. So there's the cat. He's like right there, dead center. We got some eyeballs right there. We've got the end right there. And where's the other one that has the funny block that landed just right? Oh, I cannot find it. Right there, my Mr. Man, right. Where'd it go? I can't see the camera. Right there. He landed on the same as the cat's splat. And then there's a witch somewhere. There's another cat splat. Where's the witch? The witch. I can't find the witch, Scotty. Witch. There's a witch somewhere. It's almost like an I Spy because I know it's there. Where'd it go? Where's the witch? She was like in the center, Scott. I don't see her. It's a gray block. Oh, well. You can stop holding it. His arms looked like they were tired. All right. I guess I'm going to have to I Spy the Witch later because I know it's here. Yep. All right, guys. So that's my Halloween themed quilt. It's called Shattered Window, the actual name of the quilt. I just did Halloween. Oh, there's the witch. It's an orange block. It's right there. There's a witch.
Ellen says, I applaud you, Tiffany. You have taught many.
There it is. I love it.
Everybody's saying, I love it.
Hold
wow.
on. Finished size.
Like it, love it, really love that. Bravo.
Finished
Love
size.
it. Nice, cool, striking, beautiful. Love it. Love it. Looks awesome. Beautiful.
Uh, 62 and a half by you won't know for another couple seconds.
Ellen wants to know if you can do a large quilt on your domestic sewing machine.
Like quilt it?
I don't know. She says so. We can learn from you, please.
36, 37, that's 467. Right? No way. 30, 36 and 36 is, I don't know. 72, 73, 74. It's like 75 inches. I'm going to tell you right now because.
Emily says, I knew you would be done before me. I will finish, but I am sending it to you to quilt.
Awesome. 38 and 38. 1, 6, 7, 76. Did I say that? 70. I said 75, so 76 inches.
Oh.
That's if I did my math correctly. I really suck at math, guys. All right, we'll just leave it right here, just like this.
Well, ask Ellen what she meant.
I don't understand what you meant, Ellen. About the domestic. All right. Anybody have any questions for?
Domestic instead of using a long arm? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I don't quilt sitting down on the domestic machine anymore. I haven't done that since the last time I gave you guys a little tiny free motion video. And then the other day I quilted a pillowcase, but that was just straight lines. I actually don't quilt free motion in here anymore. Since I have a long arm and it's in the house, there's no sense in me sitting here and wasting my very expensive machine in the living room, you know. There's no point. I just use this to piece and that to quilt and this to make tags. So every machine has a use.
Yeah, that's what Mary was saying. She wants you to quilt on your son.
Yeah, I mean, I can quilt little projects, but it hurts. It really, really hurts my back and shoulders. I don't know what it is about free motion quilting. Maybe it's because it's not set down in a desk for me. Like it's kind of sitting upward. And my chair, if I was, this doesn't raise any higher, but if it was to raise any higher, my feet don't touch the ground, even sitting in it now, and my legs go numb easily, then my back starts going numb. It's just yeah. And right here at this level, I'm actually in a shoulder shrug. I need to be further down. Your arms need to be like an, perfect L. Mine are not. They're more V-like. And that just makes it harder. It just creates more tension on your shoulders and neck. So, and with the long arm, I don't have to worry about that. Anything else, Mr. Scott?
Says you're better at math than you think. You design quilts. It's all math.
Yeah, I don't do the math part until the very end, usually. And then when I do design something and I give you guys the pattern, it's usually a roundabout number. Unless a block is supposed to be a certain size. And then I kind of give you an estimate of what traditional quilts I've put together with all 12-inch or all 10-inch blocks are going to be. So
Mary says she's looking forward to the 25 patch block video.
Yep, that'll be sometime in a little bit. Give you guys time to charge your devices, which I'm going to do.
And Nita, thank you for her idea on Sunday, the freezer paper.
Oh, yes, Nita, thank you for the freezer paper idea. I did that. I used it to send off some tape. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else. I am going to eat food because our neighbor made us meatball subs for lunch and I'm hungry.
And they're good.
And they're good. And it's been sitting out there. So I'm hungry and I did this first. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all get a chance to make Shattered Window. Remember, there's 3 videos. The first and second. The first one is how to put the blocks together. The second one is just pretty much a time-lapsed version of my Speedy Gonzalez way of putting an assembly line of myself in a room and getting things done super quick. And then the third video is, of course, what you just watched of finishing the quilt. So if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, and share them with your quilty friends. And I will see you guys in my next live stream, or you'll see me in the next video. Bye.